Here's your weather video for this Sunday, the 22nd of January. I'm meteorologist Bill Murray. Lots to talk about today. Lots of rain in the forecast, some severe weather a possibility, maybe a turn to some really colder weather in the longer period. We'll just have to see how it all shakes out. But starting off with the upper air pattern across North America, early on this Sunday morning, showing a big trough of low pressure across the central plains that is poised to move across Alabama the next 24 hours. We've seen rain moving across the state during the late afternoon, evening hours. Rainfall amounts approaching an inch in some areas. Temperatures fell quickly into the 40s overnight after a dreary Saturday afternoon, kind of a wet, miserable Saturday night. And not going to be much better today. The rain moving on out into eastern sections mainly this morning, but will begin to fill back in. Frontal boundary lies across southeast Alabama today. Another wave of low pressure moving along it will energize things. Rain will become possible areas south of I-59 this afternoon. The rain won't be gone tonight. A few showers still moving across the upper low just to our north, giving us some instability showers. And we'll watch those, but they'll be light in nature. We'll fall into the upper 30s generally tonight. As we turn the page to Monday, we use the GFS as our model of record for this forecast package. Few light snow showers over eastern Tennessee, eastern Kentucky, West Virginia, into the mountains of North Carolina. Could see a little drizzle, maybe a few snowflakes over northeast Alabama tomorrow. But high temperatures will generally be in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees with a chilly north wind. And wind is going to be an operable word as we go through this forecast. Now, by Tuesday, low pressure is forming over eastern Texas. A large area of snow over Oklahoma, the Texas Panhandle, into northwestern Arkansas. The snowfall amounts in this area are going to be quite impressive as we go through time. Now, this low pressure system will track to the east and northeast and find itself over northern Mississippi, southwestern Tennessee, near the northwestern corner of Alabama late Tuesday night, weakening as it goes. This is the GFS's depiction of that. We think the low might actually be a little bit further to the north and including at this point midnight Wednesday night. You see widespread rain and thunderstorms there across eastern Louisiana, much of the Mississippi Delta, with that heavy snow continuing over northern Arkansas, eastern Oklahoma, and working its way into western Tennessee, southern Illinois, Indiana, and western Kentucky. Now, it's going to become quite windy Tuesday night. If the GFS is right, we see wind gusts over 40 miles an hour. We'll have to see if that really works out. I think probably 30 to 35 miles an hour is probably a little more realistic, but we could see, problems from winds outside of thunderstorms, even as we get into late Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning. The instability is fairly meager and shunted pretty far to the south. As you can see, some of it works its way up into South Alabama and the Florida Panhandle. The SPC does have the southern half of Alabama, southern Mississippi, southeastern Louisiana in their 4-day 10% outlook, meaning a slight or 15%, a slight chance of severe weather in these areas, mainly late Tuesday night, and Wednesday. Damaging winds the main threat. Possibility of a tornado or two. We'll watch that closely. Generally, areas along south of US 80 could be impacted. By Wednesday, that low is tracking into western Kentucky. The rain is beginning to move out here in Alabama. It'll be probably mostly gone by lunchtime. A few lingering showers on the backside of the low, continuing into Wednesday evening. Some light snow over central Tennessee. Few light showers northern Mississippi, northern Alabama. Could be a few snowflakes flying over northeastern sections of Alabama late Wednesday night. We'll be watching that. Shouldn't be any problem. Those snow showers may continue in those same areas, eastern Tennessee, eastern Kentucky, the western North Carolina mountains on Thursday. We're mainly dry, cooler. High temperatures don't get out of the 40s, and it stays windy. Winds gusting 20, 25 miles an hour, maybe 30 miles an hour at times, and not making for a very pleasant day. We should clear a bit on Friday, get back into the 50s after overnight lows near freezing. We stay dry for Friday. Saturday, we stay dry too, get back up into the middle and upper 50s across the area. But the rain returns pretty quickly late Sunday night into early Sunday. You can see Alabama beginning to get decent amount of rain. Maybe a few pockets of light snow early in that system Sunday morning over the Chattanooga area into the mountains of northern Georgia. We'll watch that closely just in case. And we see this battle zone set up. This is Tuesday the 31st, late on Monday night, early on Tuesday. Another band of snow setting up to our northwest, some freezing rain and sleet there in areas to the northwest of Alabama. And we're back in the rain. That's on Tuesday the 31st. Another wave moving across that Wednesday. You can see it's all rain in the south. That's good news. But we could start putting up some pretty impressive rainfall totals. This is Thursday night. Again, the battle zone's setting up. Strong subtropical high to the east, pumping up lots of moisture into the southern United States. And in that battle zone, a big cold air mass moves into the central part of the country. We'll see another round of snow, some wintry precipitation through the Ohio Valley. Here for us in Alabama, it's rain. Now, these are 2 week rainfall totals off the GFS, deterministic, but showing the possibility of pretty substantial rainfall amounts. 6 to 8 inch amounts, fairly common across the central third of Alabama, 2 to 4 inches over the north, 2 to 4 inches over the south, some spots 10 to 12 inches. If that comes true, folks, we'll be dealing with some flooding problems. Temperatures off the national blend of models. Really no warmth in sight. That system that comes in that Monday the 30th gets us back up into the 60s. But other than that, we're just bouncing around 50 degrees into the middle and lower 50s on most days. Overnight lows bounce around the 30s and 40s. And it's just going to be a cool, cloudy, and wet period over the next 2 weeks here in Alabama in the Deep South. We'll be looking back at the January 12th tornado outbreak across Alabama on the Weather Brain Show Monday night. Make sure to join us. Kevin Laws from the National Weather Service in Birmingham, Josh Johnson and Amanda Curran from WSFA in Montgomery. Fabulous coverage they had of the Selma tornado and the Long Track tornado over eastern Alabama on that January 12th event. We'll be rehashing all of that and looking back on what has turned out to be a record-setting month of tornadoes for January in Alabama. Weather Brains is the weekly netcast that's all about weather. This is the weather briefing every Sunday that's all about weather for Alabama and parts of the country, anything we see interesting out there. Hope you have a great day today. I'll have notes on the blog, a forecast update coming up at noon. James will be back in 2 days tomorrow. Scott will see you next Saturday. I'll see you Sunday until I get that chance. As I always tell you, keep an eye to the sky because you'll always have something fun to look at.